Can I get a? You're not singing it with me.
What's that face, Giselle?
She wanted to sleep with you. Can I get
I thought
a?
you was gonna sing to me.
You don't want to sing to mommy no more? Can you help me find it?
I'll help you out.
Okay, hit that button.
Where?
This one. That one. Hold on, let me see your finger. Is that it? Hit it again. I don't think that's it. No.
You gonna sing to me?
Look at that face.
What are you taking a picture at?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out what you got on. Welcome to my life as I live it. I'm Army Princess, the mother, wife, and soldier, and I want to share this journey with you. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss a moment of it. Hey everybody, it's Army Princess here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to start our marriage and military series. So I have Babe Gabe with me, and I thought for our first video we kind of just do an introduction to being dual military and what being married in the military is. Well, to start, I kind of get a lot of questions, or not a lot of questions, but I get some questions on my channel and on my Instagram about what it's like to be dual military, how to get married in the military, and then if your family is allowed to be with you, or, you know, if I see my family on an everyday basis. Sorry. If I see my family on an everyday basis. So, Gabe and I have been married for 10 years, and if you want to see our How Did We Meet video, I'll link that below. But we've been married 10 years, and...
almost 10.
Well, almost 10 years. 9 years. Well, this year makes 10 years. But it hasn't been officially 10 years yet. But we did get married in the military. We met in the military. We got married when we were stationed overseas in Japan. And we've been together ever since. Our daughter is 3 years old now, and we had her in D.C., in Maryland, at Walter Reed Hospital.
And what else? So you can live with your family in the military. But if two people are, like if you're dual military, you have to have like a family care. You have to have a family care plan, which is basically a plan in which what you would do if you had to deploy, or anywhere from having to deploy for an extended period of time, or go to what they call a short tour, a year in Korea, or go to the field for weeks at a time or a few months, or even like a short term, like have to work late. So you have to cover all those bases because the military wants to make sure that your family is taken care of, your dependents, your children are taken care of, or you have a plan for them. You have to have that if you're single and you have kids. Also at one point, I don't know if the military is allowing single people with kids. Yeah.
So if you're single and you have a child and you're not married, then you cannot join the military. But if you're already in the military and you become single, then you can stay in. But you can't join single
with kids. Yeah. Yep.
But I would say, if you are thinking about getting married in the military, or getting married in the military to another active duty service member, then you need to fill out the paperwork to enter the Married Army Couples Program. You definitely want to make sure you're in the Married Army Couples Program, because
that will help you get stationed together.
Because you want to stay together?
Yes. And the Married Army Couples Program is a program that that works in inter-services only. So
What's inter-services? Like
within the
Army
Army,
and Navy.
yeah, within the Army, within the Air Force, within the Navy, all that other stuff. I don't think it works in cross services. I don't think it works cross services. But they will still work with you.
I was gonna say I know some people that was Army and Navy and stationed together.
Yes, but I don't think it's a program.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's you can just try to like get a job in the same place as your spouse is trying to get a job. But you can also do that in the Army, but it's a lot easier if you're in the Married Army Couples Program. And that is governed, well not governed, but the way they use that is by the lowest ranking person will normally get orders where the highest ranking person gets orders. So they normally work with the highest ranking person.
And then they usually have to try to put you within 50 miles of each other. So if there's not a spot at that current place, they try to get you very, very close to where your spouse is, where the highest ranking person is. So he's always been higher ranking than me the whole time we've been in the military. So I go wherever he gets orders to go.
And it's with like, well, we'll say, and like a lot of things in the Army or in the armed forces, it is not a guarantee. Mission's always first, but they will try. So you can be married in the Army and you can have children. It's very difficult. Understand that I don't know if you've done a video about this, a typical day in the Army. Oh, you've done typical day videos. Mm-hmm. But if you've seen the typical day videos that start at maybe 05 or 5 a.m. if you're not in the armed forces, you'll be getting off at like 5, 6 p.m., 1800. So that it's not every day, but it could be a 12, 13 hour days for both people. And juggling family life and children has its challenges. But it has its benefits. You both get paid for housing.
Oh.
You both get paid for what they call basic allowance for substance, which is
money for food.
Money for food. Then you both get paid for doing the job. And you both get a VA certificate of eligibility. That's for if you want to buy a house. You can probably do a video on that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because we use that to buy our house here.
So there are a lot of benefits. There are a lot of challenges. You both get GI Bills that you can pass on to your children instead of just one. So there's a lot of benefits, but you just have to be prepared.
And those of you who don't know, they do have daycares on base. They do have elementary schools, high schools on base, hospitals, post office, grocery store, everything as if you lived in a regular city. So they have all that stuff even overseas. So if you happen to get stationed in Germany or Korea or Japan or wherever overseas, they always have all of those things at every base, usually, for the most part. So it is, you can have a family wherever you go because there's always,
well, not Korea.
Except Korea, depending, because there are families in Korea, but that's a separate case. But for the most part, you can bring your family with you. You can have your family where you are because there's always, like I said, daycare, schools, and stuff like that, which makes it a little bit easier.
Yep. And if you're doing military or you're single with children in the military, you get the highest priority for daycare. They try to get you in and get you daycare so that you can pretty much so you can start working, because otherwise you will have to work something out with your command or use your family care plan, as we mentioned earlier.
Well, that's it, guys. We just wanted to talk to you briefly about just being military and married in the military in general, just to give people an idea of what it's like, what it consists of, what usually happens. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave them below, and we will see you next time.
Don't y'all do the little comment below thing?
Sometime. See y'all next time. Bye.